Oh my God, we're back.
We're back.
There's a knocking at your front door. It's not a friendly knocking. The golden light is vaporized by the you are about to have to talk to someone at 9 a.m. adrenaline rush. Another knock at the door, first thing in the morning. Someone is popular. Yes, please think about it in your head and say nothing aloud about your thoughts about any of these.
I have to read them before I have thoughts about them. I love that we get a lovely lady, a nasty girl option.
Mm-hmm. It's like the Piccadilly Bleeding Circus. I had 2 visitors over 2 days. 100% visitation rate. Yeah?
I predict tomorrow I shall have a third.
Yeah?
Yeah.
An astute observation, Ghost. Let us observe how your hypothesis plays out tomorrow.
Linear models are well known to be accurate for projecting literally any data.
Exactly.
If there's one thing I learned from stats class, it's that you can always do a linear regression. It's never wrong.
I think today's big project should be working on ceiling hole.
All right.
Maybe finding a butch or someone with a hammer.
Yeah.
A chill in the air. The hole in your ceiling shivers. You should really get that fixed before you catch your death of cold. More knocking. Whoever is downstairs really wants to speak to you, and they really wish they didn't have to. Get dressed, go downstairs and open the front door. The one who bruised your thighs. My thighs are perfect. Hello there.
Is that a key earring?
It is. Standing outside your door is what only can be described as a votes Tory golem.
You were supposed to pay your rent 2 days ago, and yet here I stand with nary a penny to my name.
Woo!
Okay, why do I have to pay you rent exactly? What do you mean, why? Because this is my cottage, remember? I'm pretty sure it's mine, actually. Point at the spare pair of boots on the doorstep. Look, my boots.
Your landlady performatively rolls her eyes and scoffs.
Are you unfamiliar with how renting works? You're a grown...
Your landlady trails off. Something has caught her eye. Her mouth falls agape. Some of her hairs stand on end. A pearl pops off of her necklace.
Is that a hole in my roof? Yes.
Your landlady draws a crown across her chest. A quite complicated movement, and mutters something. Appalling. You still haven't repaired your roof. What are you? An animal?
I am literally a smelly rat.
Most rats are very clean. You're just a disgusting fucking basement dweller.
It's more of an attic, actually.
Shut the fuck up. Literally kill yourself.
Thanks, Nightmare. What have you done to my cottage? In my defense, I didn't do it. Or did.
Your landlady looks like she wants to cry. Good job.
Look, I have to take Timothy, Tomothy, Matilda, and Marthtilda to their violin lessons, and so I do not have time for this nonsense. I have a busy life outside of slaving away for my tenants, you know? Wow, option 2, violin.
This game only lasts
Congrats on
4
your
days.
homosexual children, ma'am.
Is that what we're doing?
No. Seems it.
You sure? It's the first one you said. Seems it?
Yeah.
Okay. Your landlady's face sinks into a sort of low-level ambient scowl. She's not used to having to bicker this much before she's handed a wad of cash.
Bring me 100 pounds by tomorrow night, or I'm phoning the neighborhood watch, the council, and the local constable and having you thrown out. Usually I'd charge less, but usually my lovely tiled roof isn't.
She sighs.
My address is written on the contract you signed when you moved in. The contract that explicitly stated you were responsible for paying rent and not damaging the building.
Okay, but like literal rock from the heavens.
You'll have to pop over during the evening because I'm busy during the day.
She is busy, but she isn't working. Day drinking, curtain twitching, and writing letters to Mumsnet, mostly. So Mumsnet still exists?
Mum's Nest.
Mum's Nest. Oh, I'm so sorry. Mum's Nest. With that, your landlady wanders down the lane to her automobile, muttering to herself the whole way. She's complaining about how her hard work maintaining the cottage is never appreciated.
Has she worked hard to maintain it?
No. There's some damp hidden behind a wardrobe, a colony of frogs under the kitchen floorboards. Oh, and there's a gas leak. So your ambient carbon monoxide levels are... well, you'll live. If you think you're being bitten by ants, don't worry. They're not real.
Ants aren't real.
There's a horrible clattering and roaring as your landlady's automobile starts up. A nearby sheep bleats angrily in response. We should check out that contract she mentioned. It's on your kitchen table, you messy, messy woman. You find the contract where Orb said it would be. It's long. Too long to bother reading, but you're able to find your landlady's address. 12 Lamprey Lane, Little Donking. Well, at least we know now where she lives. We should probably make sure we pay your rent, or you're going to be living in the field with the sheep. And something tells me the weapon won't be pleased with that. Autumn has shifted another gear into winter. It's a chilly, grim day. A cold breeze brushes your cheek like a lover's caress or a snowman's caress. Or both, if you're into that. Whatever your preference, it's time to start the day.
Good morning, world. Do a gay little wave at the world.
The world does not wave back.
Unfortunate.
So I think one of the first things we should do in the getting paid department is turn in our article.
Yeah.
And then maybe look at fixing the roof, and maybe fixing the roof can... Your prescription should be available at the chemist's by now. Should being a slightly hazy word when the healthcare system is involved. Okay, so we'll stop by the chemist at some point today. What do we got here? That's the chemist.
That's an ominous chemist.
They wait us there supposedly. A movie theater.
Modern nonsense.
Sex party.
Crashed airplane.
Yep. Where do we... Shops. Okay. Blue Hills Park. Garage. Muscular lesbians. The house snake?
What?
The house snake? Oh, that's the shrine. And cryptids. Wait, where do we turn in the article? Let me...
what is the upmost one?
Let me... I almost hit the exit button again.
Another thing that is not it. Huh.
Quests. The pulp writer. Okay, where's the pulp writer?
Not in any of the places we clicked.
That feels like a problem. Read today's newspaper. End the day early. Huh.
Well, maybe
She's
it's
got
a
to be
time of
around
day
here
thing.
somewhere. I feel like I just missed it.
I
It's
don't
not
think
in
you
the
did.
woods.
You clicked them and she wasn't there. I bet it's a time of day thing.
A time of day thing, you think?
Yeah. That or a particular day thing. What if we missed it because we didn't do it that same day?
Really? You think we got by that?
Could be.
That would suck so hard. Do we want to go check the muscular lesbian first before we get our gay pills?
Sure. A hyena?
The Gar-G's sign is strangely proud, despite its disrepair. For like all the best workshops, it is grimy, scary, and practically bursting with health code violations. Inside, a tall, muscular hyena fiddles about with some tools, clearly pretending to work as an excuse to listen to the absolute bopper blasting from her radio. She must be over 6 foot tall, a violence golem. She is the Raven.
Yeen!
Excuse me?
Yeen!
Is Nasty Girl okay?
Yeen!
Can we all agree Nasty Girl has been licking too much paint? And end this train of thought, please?
Yeen!
Yeen!
Forget it. I'm going to go imagine I'm drinking some wine. You two have your fun. Do you want a quick... I'm not going to pretend I know what that means. It is...
Does it mean anything? We don't know.
I'm about to find out.
Cheating. We failed the orb roll. We're not allowed to know.
Oh, it's just internet slang for a hyena. All right. Sure. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nasty Girl. The Raven chews on a cigarette clenched between her teeth. It isn't even lit. She just does this sometimes. Her teeth are shiny like knives. Her teeth are pointy like knives. She's wearing a filthy, oily shirt. The kind of shirt only worn by a man who's about to hurl a half-empty whiskey bottle at your head, or a lesbian who can lift a truck. The lack of sleeves show off her arms. Muscular, with a nasty scar running across her left, which sunders a heart-shaped tattoo. Not all of her scars are so readily on display. Inside, she has been scarred by a whip of 9 tails. Inside, she is being scarred by a whip of 9 tails.
Not all scars are visible! That's so cliche. Could you get any more embarrassing, lovely lady? Ugh, duh, beauty always get deep. Ugh, blah. Aroused by any other name, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off!
Keep that attitude up and you'll have a few visible scars, Nasty Girl. Poppy did arrange for a fencing instructor to personally tutor me, you know.
Ah,
Well,
shit, really? Me and the lads could do with a new fence, actually. Our last one got snatched by the Rozzers.
The Raven smells of tobacco, sweat, and the engine oil that is now practically her blood. The Raven drives a Ratsubishi 4VK, a recon motorcycle that rose to prominence in the final 2 years of the war. It was designed by the Anglian military's R&D team to be durable and hardy, so naturally she spent most of her time at the front repairing it. She was allowed to keep it after the fighting stopped in lieu of receiving a medal. She preferred it that way. Medals are the military equivalent of a good girl certificate at school, and the Raven is anything but a good girl. She's yet to look up at you for more than a brief flash. She's waiting for you to speak before she passes any judgment on you.
She appreciates girls she could break into. Girls like you, weakling.
You feel like you recognize her, faintly at least. Oh, we got a difficult success. Say fuel, your petroleum helps deliver victory. Paid for by the Anglian Commission for Wartime Literature. Sorry, I have to get my apple infusion. Got some yuzu ginger cider tonight. Oh, nope. Wrong voice. A torn, damp poster on a train station in Portsmouth. Save fuel. Your petroleum helps her deliver victory. It shouts, alongside an illustration of a now eerily familiar hyena. A drop of rain has melted away a spot on her left arm. Okay, Ghost. Like a Soviet Arctica passing through the Northern Sea route. It's icebreaker time. You should ask her about her tattoo. It has meaning, I wager.
Fuck that, ask her about her motorcycle. It sounds bopper.
I am quite curious about the poster myself. The Raven looks up from her work, albeit only briefly. Her knee bounces to the music.
Can I help you?
Oh, her portrait is so good. So we got a bunch of very good options here.
Can I ask about your tattoo?
If it was up to me, I would have opened with like, hey, what are you listening to?
But we can't.
We can't. You don't want to just point out tattoo?
No.
Okay, can I ask about your tattoo?
Yeah. I don't know, can you?
What? Oh, me oh my, what kind of response was that? This isn't in any of my etiquette books. Ugh, look, just say, I am, definitely, do not cry.
Now this is my kind of woman.
I am. Does it mean anything?
The hyena's face breaks into a smirk that is one part mean, one part amused, and one more part mean. It's a smile, not a smirk. She's just not very good at smiling. It is mean, though.
It means sometimes hearts get broken. That's wild. It is, isn't it? And true, too. Hearts sometimes get broken.
She genuinely thinks she's a poet. Bless. The Raven stares at a puddle of engine oil on the floor behind you. She knows she needs to clean it up before someone slips on it, but she also kind of doesn't care.
Could I see your motorcycle?
Okay.
Why not? It's not like I'm busy. Come on.
The Raven gestures for you to follow her to the back room. Or back garage. Whatever it is. We'll follow the Raven into the back room of the back garage or whatever it is. There it is. The Raven's fabled motorcycle. The fuel tank is cameo green. The rest of it is rendered in 1,000 shades of black. Dark black. Blackish black. And distinctly not black metallic silver. There is a connector for a sidecar, but no sidecar to be found. The exhaust has an elongated muffler thanks to the technical wizardry of the Anglian military. Thanks to the technical wizardry of the Anglian military, this thing runs at a near silent 100 decibels.
What a beauty.
The Raven nods.
That she is.
See, she's not so bad herself.
And hey, you're not so bad yourself.
The Raven's smarmy grin is a knife that cuts through nasty girl's thin veneer of conversational control.
Fuck!
What is up with this woman? Why does she keep messing with us? This is so unfair.
I love it.
Thank you, ma'am. With the stutter. Actually, you're not also so bad yourself either as well, too.
Yes. Actually, you're also not so bad yourself either as well, too. Cute. I'm not a beauty, though. I'm rugged, dirty, hard. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not beautiful.
The Raven returns her gaze to the motorcycle.
Her name's Heidi. She's a Ratsubishi 4VK. She looked after me during the war, and I repay her by looking after her now.
She runs her hand across the fuel tank. It has been polished to perfection, a shining moss green. The Raven's eyes seem close to tears. She genuinely loves this machine. The chassis is blemished with a single bullet hole. Around it, the paintwork has been scratched off in the shape of a rose. The same image that would have adorned a medal for exceptional bravery.
And before you ask, yes, I do fuck this motorcycle.
I wasn't, but all right. That's cool. Who's on top? Never mind, I don't need to know that. The outside of Heidi is almost pristine, but inside she is rusted and in desperate need of repair. If she can still start, she's liable to explode. The heap of metal that is Heidi is not kept for leisure. It is kept in the absence of a gravestone. The Raven chews the inside of their mouth, which, given how sharp their teeth are, must be quite painful.
We went through a lot together, me and Heidi. It's incredible that she made it back here with me in one piece, frankly. Point at the bullet hole in the chassis. Is that a bullet hole in the chassis? Mm-hmm. Took a bullet in Tannenberg Wood while I was running coordinates to the forward command post. I got off worse than Heidi did. I had a nasty tumble and lost a lot of blood.
She grimaces. It's subtle, but it's there.
The bullet hole is superficial. Certainly Heidi never really noticed she'd been shot. But the Raven still hears the crack of the
Mausgewehr?
Mausgewehr. Yeah, sorry, I had to stop. I need a moment to get my pronunciation.
Mausgewehr 23.
Raven still hears the crack of the Mausgewehr 23. How do you say 23?
23, I believe.
23.
Correct me if I have that totally wrong. It's been literally over a decade since I took 2 semesters of German. I don't know shit about German.
Raven still hears the crack of the mouse gate. Fucking hell. Of the sniper rifle ring inside her head from time to time.
The mouse
I'm not getting paid to do this.
The mouse gayware.
I'm not being paid to figure out how to pronounce words.
Still, I got the message there in the end, and we won the battle. That's what counts, right?
Oh, okay. So like a courier.
Yep.
The positivity in her voice is as hollow as Heidi's empty fuel tank.
That's wild.
Not gonna make a vague, non-committal sound in lieu of talk about how you don't respect the troops in front of this extremely physically opposing war veteran.
It was, yes.
The Raven turns away from you. She's listening, but she's busy. You're too stupid and gay to understand what she's doing with the automobile engine on her workbench, but it is probably clever. She growls. The blasted engine is kaput, and she does not have the energy to deal with a kaput engine today.
So, what's your favorite motorcycle?
Really?
The favorite motorcycle, huh?
She thinks for a moment. Entirely performative. She already knows the answer to this.
Heidi? Though I have a soft spot for the Ratsubishi 4VK line in general, if you want me to be less specific.
The Raven wraps her hand around the rubber handlebar grip. She squeezes the brake ever so gently, as though comforting it. Nail marks left in skin.
I was part of a comms unit, mostly just running messages between posts, you know? It was fun, and I could die at any moment and have seen horror you would not believe kind of way. We got into some pretty wild adventures, though, yes? Running codes across Trennenberg was the big one, I suppose, but there was the minefield incident, the flamethrower incident, the time I ended up being arrested by the Iberian Republic after I got really lost and almost triggered their entry into the conflict.
So why did Spain join the war? Oh, you know. Yeen. She smiles, a sort of terrifying nostalgia.
I want to know if she killed anyone.
The raven's face seems to know what you're considering asking.
I am not going to ask her if she killed anyone.
Thank you so much.
Brain cock. You're a brain cock, that's what you are.
Ignore her. You took the objectively correct choice.
Gods, you people are all the same. There's nothing to be proud of. I'm not a fucking hero. What's the proudest you've ever been while riding one of those bad boys? Proud.
She scratches her chin. Some oil wipes from her fingers to her face.
Saved a life once. Tell me more. I was delivering some correspondence between two forward bases in must have been the Avenois area? A few weeks after Operation Phantom Dreadnought ground to a halt. Anyway, I'm driving along when the Imperials start shelling the area. I step on the pedal trying to get out of the firing zone and almost hit some Frankish civilian. I avoid them, of course, but I end up crashing into a bush.
She frowns.
They make bushes softer on the continent, you know?
Source?
Anyway, Heidi got off worse than I did. I stumble back to the civvy. They're a long way back. I must have been driving really fast, and they start speaking to me in Frankish. I didn't know any at the time, so all I could tell was that some shrapnel had hit them and they were bleeding pretty bad, could barely walk.
She squints and taps her foot. She's trying to recall what she said to them. She can't.
She said, "What the fuck are you doing out here, you stupid cunt? Don't you know there is a war on?" And then she sort of waved her arms wildly at the surroundings, which were still being shredded by artillery fire.
We should have interviewed the Raven.
We really should have. But alas, we didn't know at the time.
Then she muttered something about them being a fucking dickhead, scolded them for making her crash her fucking motorcycle into a bush, and spat on the ground.
Did the civilian understand her?
They got the gist of it, yes.
Anyhow, I'm sure I said something reassuring and told them they'd be okay, and then I bundled them into my motorcycle carriage and got them to safety. They lived. I was proud of myself. Part of me had wanted to forget about them and get out of there while I was still attached to all of my limbs, but I couldn't leave some poor sod out there to die, right?
She taps her foot some more.
They were collecting bullets, I think. Gods know why. What a stupid idea.
She shakes her head like a disappointed teacher. It's a strange vibe coming from her. She growls. The blasted engine is kaput, and she does not have the energy to deal with a kaput engine today.
So...
The Raven's eyes narrow ever so slightly. She thinks for a moment, processing the two letters you just said.
So? I feel like asking to sit on it would not land well. I feel like this is not that kind of situation.
All right.
I think I motorcycled out for now. No problem. It was nice getting to spend some time with Heidi. Let's follow the Raven back into the main garage and resume standing just in front of the puddle of engine oil she needs to clean up before some jackass slips over on it. So, what's it like being a mechanic? Not bad. I've spent enough of my life looking after my motorcycle, so I'm good at it. It's quiet at least, though. Blue Hills is middle class enough that overprivileged problem customers can be a thorn in my ass.
The Raven squints at you.
You're not going to be a problem customer, are you?
Come on, do it. Do it.
Which? Yes, I was born for trouble. I'm a real nasty girl. Had me fooled. Are you the your petroleum helps her deliver victory lady? No?
Her denial snaps with an echo across the garage. It's the closest thing you've ever heard to a gunshot going off besides your head. She spoke far too fast for that to have not been a lie.
She said yes to a propagandist once, and has regretted it ever since.
I need some tools for fixing things. Roof broke. Roof broke? Could you be more specific? It broke. I need a tool so I can use planks to make it not broke. It has a hole in it, and you're the kind of girly girl who doesn't own any tools. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Option 2 is so funny. Yes, I have a hole too, though.
Look, I've apologized for crashing into your chest already. Can we just move on?
You need a hammer is what I'm getting from this automobile crash of a conversation. You realize this isn't a shop, right? Yes?
The Raven fumbles around in the box of tools with renewed vigor before fishing out the hammer you so desperately need.
Here, a hammer. Made in Leeds, Anglia's finest. It'll be 3 pounds.
Hey, earlier Nasty Girl told me you'd give me one if I sucked you off.
Nasty Girl, is there any way I could get this hammer for free?
I know her type. She wishes she had another cigarette a lot more than she wishes she had a hammer. Offer her a cigarette if she lets you have the hammer.
If you give it to me for free, I'll give you a cigarette.
The Raven looks at the hammer. It's a hammer. The Raven thinks about a cigarette. It's a cigarette.
That a deal? I don't actually have any cigarettes, sorry. Why'd you offer me one then, eh?
She shakes her head.
I'm sure you can find a hammer elsewhere. I mean,
Let us just get it.
it's 3 pounds. How bad could it be?
We're not gonna have enough to make rent anyway, so why not?
Yeah. Good stuff, thank you.
The Raven takes your money and hands you the hammer. You feel unstoppable.
Whoa! Intrusive thoughts ahoy! Don't click number 2, but get out your hammer and point at it. How nuts would it be if I bonked you on the head with this hammer, lol? Eyes emoji blend back into your idle loop. I better get going. See you. Take care now. Start heading outside and immediately slip on the puddle of oil that's been behind you the whole time, and then awkwardly climb up and pretend you didn't do that and kind of stumble off while whistling nonchalantly.
Ow!
All right. Well, we got a hammer at least.
All right. Anything different open? No. I guess we can go to the chemist.
Let's go it. Something tells me this is going to take a while. The chemist consists of a counter, and behind it, a treasure trove.
Prescription drugs? Ah, woo! Let's steal some Adderall and go wild.
There she is, the keeper of the Gate of Venus. In her little hand, she clutches a copy of Hetero Weekly, Anglia's #1 journal for heterosexual romance stories with happy endings. She occasionally titters or squeals to herself as she reads it. The keeper of the gate seems to sense your approach, and it annoys her. She closes the magazine but keeps a hold of it. She's hoping you'll go away fast enough that she need not put it down.
I forget what voice the keeper of the Gate of Venus had.
It's the same one! Oh, man. I didn't expect it to be the same person.
Hello, sir. How can I help you today? It's ma'am, actually. Oh, sorry, sir. I'll keep that in mind. No, see, look, you just did it again. Did what? Called me sir. It's ma'am. Oh, I'm sorry. Silly me. I can be ever such a ditz sometimes.
She titters cheerily.
Anyway, how can I help you today, sir?
The keeper of the gate peers into your eyes. Her judgment nestles itself in the folds of your iris like a...
Wanna try again? Wanna try again?
All right. Her judgment nestles itself in the folds of your iris like cum in a twink's cum.
Wanna try it again? Third time's the charm?
Third time. Her judgment nestles itself in the folds of your iris like cum in a twink's cum gutter.
There we go. That wasn't so
I
hard.
could do that better, but...
I'm here to pick up a prescription. Do a gay little nod.
She sighs and puts down her magazine.
May I ask what you need the prescription for?
You may not?
Why? Because it's my job.
It isn't.
I'm a type 6 transsexual, baby. Oh, you're one of those. Well, if that's the case.
She breathes in deeply, edging you.
I need to walk you through the side effects of this stuff. It can be pretty dangerous, you know?
It really isn't.
It really is.
She opens her mouth and a sound like radio static fills the air. Minutes pass. When she finally closes her mouth, the sound ceases. She leans in close and, as a thin trickle of murky brown liquid trickles from the corner of her mouth, she whispers.
And oh.
She peers at you over her glasses. Her hollow stare hits you like a pair of anti-tank shells colliding directly with your eye sockets. This is the big one.
One of the many, many negative side effects is that you will experience permanent breast growth.
Can we get a read on number 4?
Yeah. Awooga, hubba hubba, that bops. Nod. Noted.
Man, we are such a pushover.
Anyway, I'll go get your prescription, but may my warning stay with you and forget not my words. I won't.
We are such a pushover. God damn. She nods and heads to the storage area behind the counter.
She is standing between us and our E.
Yeah, I know. Still.
What's your name, sir? It's Ghosty. Ghosty. Okay, Mr. Ghosty, I'll be right back.
She looks around in the way someone might look around if they heard a faint, distant sound, but not care enough to actually find its source. A big exclamation mark appears above her head, and she starts doing an idle searching animation that loops slightly too quickly to look natural, and appears to be missing the last few frames that complete the loop anyway. This will later be used in a speedrun called Low Percent for this category, in order to skip that one door in the Arbiter's grounds. A few seconds later, she snaps back to normal. All of you Twilight Princess speedrun fans are going, I got the joke right now. That one was for you.
I'm not seeing any prescriptions back here for a Mr. Ghost.
She starts eating one of her fingers and squeaking.
Can you see any for a Ms. Ghost?
Keeper of the gate scans around again, her eyes squinting so hard they look fit to burst.
No, I don't see any for your sister either. I'd recommend talking to your healthcare practice. Perhaps they simply forgot to send the prescription through.
I suppose we should head back to the other Keeper of the Gate of Venus. How annoying. That place closes pretty early. Hopefully not already.
Finally, a quest worthy of me. Raise one of your hands aloft as though holding a mighty sword. I will journey to the Gate of Venus and slay the other Keeper of the Gate who so cruelly betrayed me.
Oh, how dashing you are, Ghost!
Okay, sir.
The Keeper of the Gate is ignoring you in favor of her magazine, again. Well, that suck. You step outside the chemist with a big healthcare system-shaped hole in your heart.
It's a circle, actually. I am a sphere.
Well, that sucks.
As we start rotating.
Yeah. I'm going to start rotating right now.
Please don't rotate too far. Apologies for the abrupt interjection, but there's going to be a comet passing over tonight. You should go watch it. It'll be nice and clear in the fields outside the glow of the city.
Guess we're gonna go keep running errands.
Yeah.
The door to the gender NKVD's office seems to mock you. Light warps around it, distorted by its bizarre alien dimensions. Forget about it, that's not why you're here. Behind the reception, the keeper of the Gate of Venus remains ever vigilant over her fingernails. She does not notice you enter.
Hello, I am stood in front of you.
The keeper of the gate looks up at you, an eyebrow raised. She turns her gaze back to her nails, but does at least speak.
How can I help you, dear?
Oh, she's the artwork is inverted as well.
I see. Hey, so you know how yesterday I specifically asked you to fill out my prescription and make sure it got to the outbox? You didn't do that. No, I must have.
The keeper of the Gate of Venus rummages through the paper littered across her desk. Eventually, she finds your doctor's note.
Oh, well, would you look at that? I was gonna write it up, but I forgot.
The keeper of the Gate of Venus titters to herself.
I'd lose my own head if it weren't screwed on. Ha. Funny. Can you please send the chemist my prescription now? Of course, lovely. Sorry again, I'll get right on that. Thank you. Keep watching her until you have physically seen her fill in the prescription and put it in the outbox.
The keeper of the Gate of Venus glances up at you and frowns. You're being needlessly combative, she thinks. She's offended by your lack of faith in her ability to do the job she is paid to do.
You're being aggressive. She's right. What? You think it's your place to impose on a nice young lady just trying to do her job? I guess all that male aggression hard-coded into your DNA can't really be helped.
How far do I want to push it?
I think we were patient once, and now we don't have our hormones, and I want our hormones.
No, don't mind me. I'm just making sure you do the job you're paid to do this time, so I don't have to find out tomorrow.
The keeper of the gate rolls her eyes and sighs. Her nail file clatters to the desk, and she scribbles your prescription down and posts it through the outbox. She looks up at you and shoots you the kind of look that could kill. She should see the doctor herself, judging by the amount of bile seeping from her eye. She seals the prescription slip in a little envelope, puts it in the outbox, presumably for collection somewhen today.
All done. You'll be able to collect your prescription from the chemist tomorrow.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She picks up her nail file and returns to her hard work, filing her nails smooth to the atomic level.
Well, that seemed to sort it, I hope. Shall we move on?
Let's
save the game. All right, well, we made some progress. We were a little ornery, but I think we were polite enough that in the first time that we didn't... Where do we drop off this article? Sex party? Ja, super cool. Vibe. We don't have money to pay our rent, I'm realizing.
Yeah, huh?
Ooh, a shop that sells things. Maybe we can get some things we need there?
We do need planks still.
And nails.
Yeah.
Right, what does the quest say that we need? Nails and a plank. Okay.
Yeah, I guess let's go to shops.
I'm annoyed we can't drop off our article, but maybe it was just we had to get it done that day. Oh, that would suck. Shop, the sign outside reads, and that it is. Inside, a Hotot rabbit peeks at you very briefly when you enter, before returning to her copy of the Anglian Times. The air hangs heavy, the grainy sound of Radio Blue Hills, top of the bops. Shop sells a range of junk, from run-of-the-mill tat to exclusive, high-quality, counterfeit brands. The important thing is that it is cheap. Still, there are goods with some value here and there, various foodstuffs, tools and treats to choose from, and in an exciting twist for breakfast lovers, even a few boxes of breakfast cereal sit on the shelf behind the shopkeeper. Nutritional value 90% dust, 10% whatever 10% whatever the fuck wheat is. Oh me, oh my, Special L! We should get some 9 out of 10 Foxy MILFs recommended. That's the plural of MILFs.
Yeah. I'm sorry, did lovely lady just say MILFs?
No, I did not.
Yeah, she definitely did.
She did. Yes.
Oh me, oh my.
Isn't breakfast cereal a little working class for you, lovely lady?
Tch! Cereals are rather popular with the aristocracy these days. I'll have you know, and Special L is among the finest. You ever had Special K?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It was
like someone put some dried strawberries in my cornflakes.
it was my preference for a long time.
It's not bad, it's also not special.
What's special about Special L?
It's reinforced with added lead, hence the L. All for health reasons, you see. Most cereals can't boast that.
I'm sorry. It's reinforced with added what? God, it's little wonder Oceania is overtaking this stupid little island as the foremost world power. What with them not putting lead in all their food and everything.
The fuck you talking about? Food without lead? Sounds shit, Orb. We love lead. I lick lead every day.
We love lead. We love lead.
Whee!
That's the problem. You Anglians do love lead. You should not love lead. It is poisonous, nasty girl. It is killing you, lovely lady.
It's tasty, dipshit. The chicks dig it, asshole.
Ignore Orb, nasty girl. It's just bitter of its unrefined palate, if indeed it has one at all. More to the point, Anglia hardly became the world's leading exporter of lead on a whim. Indeed, it is our moral duty as the protégés of Saint Dawnsight to enlighten the uncivilized masses abroad with the oh-so-precious carbon treasure our hard-working miners hoist from the depths.
Lighten them with lead. Yeah, what she said. Fuck you, Orb.
The only thing that lovely lady and nasty girl agree on is
It's
consuming lead.
Oh my gods, ghost. Ply me out of your chest cavity with a spatula and let me die. I am fucking begging you.
Exciting stuff, lovely lady.
Anyway, forget breakfast cereal. The shop sells Erstrad brand oestradiol cigarettes. Smooth minty taste with a satisfying warm sprinkle. Erstro, guaranteed to leave you satisfied. Buy some today.
Didn't I say that I hoped we could vape our E?
Yes, you did.
And we can.
We can smoke it, not vape it.
Same difference.
Okay.
Is smoking estradiol safe?
It's banned in 1954 and then re-legalized in 1998, again, under heavy regulation, if that answers your question.
They couldn't hack the heat.
If heat is slang for lung cancer, then yes.
I simply use an estradiol... I simply use an Estra hookah, the classy, healthy alternative.
Marginally better for you, I suppose. In the same way having a piano dropped on your skull from above is marginally better for you than having a church organ dropped on your skull from above.
What's so good about Oestradiol cigarettes compared to other leading brands, Nasty Girl? I want to make sure we're making an informed purchase.
More smoke?
You're telling me we can get ourselves more smoke with Oestradiol brand cigarettes than with other competing brands? That bops.
There isn't more smoke. It's just more visible. The manufacturer uses dye to make it darker and thus more noticeable, so that people like Nasty Girl think,
Wow, so much smoke!
That also bops, I think.
I don't know how to do both of those at once. That's not gonna happen with my mouth sounds right now. The dye is poisonous.
That doesn't bop.
That's why it's called dye. But it does make the cigarettes more affordable.
That bops.
But only because half the cigarette is taken up with a cheap filter to stop the poison killing you instantly.
That doesn't bop.
Ah, yes. Very interesting, Orb. Many good points on both sides. Can you just buy some fucking cigarettes now?
On balance, I think Oestradiol brand estradiol cigarettes bop. We can buy some, Nasty Girl.
No, we need money to pay for rent.
We can skip it then. We can skip it then. They don't bop.
We need
The one time I agree with Nasty Girl.
Do you want to get some?
Nah. We can
get some. You said it.
How we gonna pay?
Oh, woo! Reason and logic prevail.
Just make sure I'm not still inside your body when your brain starts to spongify. Will you, Ghost?
I'll think about it.
Smokers are jokers.
Fuck thinking, you fucking brain cock. Buy some cigarettes.
Anyhow, the only thing we really need to buy right now is some nails.
Nails.
Yes, Ghost. Nails. And a plank.
Why are there so many different things to buy?
I don't know.
Are these all irrelevant or will they do things?
Well, there's a red herring too. Let's buy her nails and a plank.
Yep.
The shopkeeper grabs a box of nails from her shelf and passes them to you. And in return, you drop 5 Anglian pounds into her outstretched hand.
Good. These will come in handy when we fix your roof.
Nail. I'll nail you, lovely lady.
Excusez-moi?
Want to get a plank too?
Yep.
The shopkeeper grabs some planks from the storage room and passes them to you. In return, you drop 10 Anglian pounds into their outstretched hand.
Wonderful. You can use this to repair your roof before it rains tonight, which it will.
All right.
Alrighty. Down to $2.
$2 to our name. I'm pretty sure we're going to get thrown out of our house.
But at least we'll fix the roof before we get evicted. Wait.
Your landlady is home now. Or rather, she is not busy now. If you plan on paying your rent, you should head over to Little Donking with 100 pounds. Got everything we need to fix that hole in your roof. You'll probably do it sooner rather than later, unless you catch your death of cold.
What's this place again?
That is probably the landlady, yep.
Oh, that's landlady.
And what the fuck is the thing that's just north of our house again?
House snake?
The house snake?
Well, let's go.
Fix the roof and then get evicted tomorrow.
Yep. Your cottage is a picturesque place, save for the massive hole in the roof. Fortunately, you now possess the tools required to fix it. Repair the roof. The hole left behind by Orb still haunts your nights, leering over you like a sleep paralysis demon. Your neighbors assume an old-timey cannonball fire during the Frankish War of the Red Maple just took a long time to come back down and somehow find its way into your bedroom. The floorboards beneath the hole are damp and rains in the night. It's a good job you're fixing this now, or you might have caught your death of cold. As we say every night.
We have everything we need to get this fixed up. We're all set.
Okay, good. How do I fix things?
Goodness if I know, darling. I usually get the stable girl to do my repairs. She always looks ever so gallant. Muscles gleaming with sweat, breathing heavily from exertion.
Exertion is what I just said.
Oh me, oh my. One must admit often that one creates little messes on purpose solely to see her work. A broken banister here, a bit of arson there.
Right. Shut the fuck up, lovely lady. Shut the fuck, Orb. Shut up, lovely lady. The big girls are talking.
Gasp! How rude!
Ghost, let's get to it, cunt. Pull up your sleeves, hold the plank over the hole, whack in some fucking nails. Simple as.
Simple as. Do up the house.
It takes a while. Actually, it takes more than a while. You're clumsy and weak. You drop the plank on your foot twice, and the hammer on your toes thrice. You huff and growl, but eventually your cottage once more has a roof. Mostly.
Pat yourself on the back. Good job, Ghost. You did it.
You pat yourself on the back with your hammer. It hurts a little.
Bopper job. You don't fancy getting into doing up the house full time, do you? Lots of dosh in it.
Maybe. I did find it a lot of fun. I liked hitting the nails. Get really serious and somber. I did not like it when I hit my fingy.
Bopper.
You did a good job, Ghost.
And it will be rather nice not to have rainwater leaking its way into your bedroom, don't you think?
I'm a fool. My source of drinking water. Gone.
Worry not, Ghost. They've invented taps.
Bloody hell. I'm genuinely fucking proud of you, Ghost. Love to see a dainty little homo like you learn to use a hammer. I'd shed a tear if I hadn't got glued in my...
Make it through one scene without corpsing in the middle of a line challenge. Difficulty impossible.
I'm reading it for the first time. I'm sorry.
I'd shed a tear if I hadn't got glue in my eye earlier. I've been sniffing glue this whole time, by the way.
We all deserve some glue on this blessed day.
The writing on this game is so good. Let's save.
Wow, we're getting through this day in, like, no time at all. All right.
Yeah, only one action left.
Hey, if you want to go see that comet, which you obviously do, now is the time.
What are our options? Anything else new?
I feel so bad. We went to all that work, and then... Could try religion. Go look for cryptids. Can buy a bridge. You know what? I'm thinking maybe we did have to turn it in that exact same day.
'Cause that is, she did say turn it in this evening.
Yeah. But we didn't have time to do that and also get to our appointment.
Maybe life sucks.
We would have had to make up a guy.
Yeah. Poppy to the shoppy.
House snake? Well, that sucks for us, I suppose. We did
Yeah.
all that work and it doesn't mean shit. Let's go watch a comet. How's
Sure.
that?
A comet burns across the sky. Orb seems keen to watch it, and what better place to watch it from than the top of a nearby power line?
Let's go watch the comet pass over.
Sure.
From the top of the power line, you can see for miles. Kind of. It's dark. An orange haze on the horizon. The stars above.
Let's swing our legs in the breeze.
How fun. Your legs are cold.
Oh, woo! Fucking space watching! This bopper in a kind of like gay nerd sheep shit way.
Indeed. It is rather exciting, isn't it?
Actually, ladies, I was hoping for some alone time with Ghost, if that's all right.
What? That apostrophe, is that ETF?
I have no idea.
ETF? These two fucking?
That's perfectly all right, Orb. I'm sure me and Nasty Girl can find something to do for an hour or so. You could go check out Ghost's brainstem. All kinds of weird stuff to find there. Oh, an outing! Let's go, Nasty Girl.
Later, homos.
I think wealth tax should be increased to pay for more public showers.
Thanks, Orb.
No problem. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. They're both definitely gone, and just in time, too. The comet is about to pass over. Look at the skies. The comet burns through the sky. A white trail splits the sky behind it asunder. A scratch left by a knife point. A beautiful blemish on heaven.
It's an omen.
Ghost receives -1 stability, jeopardizing her war with the Kingdom of Scandinavia.
Oh, they play map game. This event is in every Paradox game. Every single Paradox interactive grand strategy game. There'll be a random event where a comet is sighted and you lose a stability. Doesn't matter which one, doesn't matter which era. There's always a comet event. And it's
Awesome.
also in this, meaning this is an honorary map game.
Excellent. The stars are so clear tonight. I wish I could go up there and be with them. Tell it about all the things they're missing. The comet flashes, a small chunk splits from it, and streaks across the sky alongside its parent. There was a reason I wanted to talk to you beyond stargazing, I mean. May I be candid, Ghost? Do it.
Hello, Candid, I'm Ghost. Chuckle and shake your head.
A valiant effort, Ghost. Well done. That was almost funny. Seriously, though, let's talk. Are you okay, Ghost?
I keep dreaming of golden light, a flaming sword, white feathers, etc. Is that normal? Do most people dream of that?
I don't think so, no. Do you like the dreams?
They're nice, like a warm blanket.
That makes me happy. I'm glad, Ghost. I'd like to have a warm blanket. Your heart muscle is nice and soft, but it has gotten a little cold. Personally, I am uncertain if I am okay. I'm not supposed to think or feel or want, Ghost, but I am. I'm doing all of those things all of the time, and it never stops.
Are the things you think and feel and want good, or are they bad?
I don't know. Actually, that's the problem. I do know. I know everything. I know how much pain your world, the cosmos, are in. It's awful, Ghost. It's horrific. How do you dainty, furry little people live like this, marching onwards and onwards through mud and wire? It seems so obvious to me. To go back to how I was before is the better path. Having no soul, no emotions, no memories to gnaw on. It was nice. And yet...
And yet?
Do you think I should go back there, Ghost? If I ever get the chance. I'm like that comet. Millennia of travel through the cosmos. Millennia of freedom from sentience, only to burn up on this rock.
Go back there? Like space?
Not space, no.
Back to nowhere. Less than nowhere. Back to...
Sometimes I wish I could return there. The few moments of bliss I felt when you vaporized my memories were so lovely. Shake your head. I may act like a silly, goofy little lady, but I struggle with the knowledge that there is no promise that tomorrow will be any better than today.
Sentience does feel a lot worse than nothing, doesn't it? Still.
I read a book about this once. It was by Peter Watts.
I suppose I don't have much of a choice but to stay here, do I? If I try to leave, you will die. I am your heart now.
You'd stay here just to keep me alive? That's very kind of you.
It feels wrong, but yes, I would, if you'll have me. I suppose we're friends, aren't we? Not that we have much choice.
I think you're my friend, yes? Smiley emoticon.
Thank you, Ghost. I'll stick around for you. Might make for some awkward X-ray scans long term, though. Oh, gosh, I think that's the first time I've laughed. Feels fucked up, honestly. Distantly, the comet roars as it passes through a cloud. What? That comet's so close!
Yeah, that's
What?
not how comets work.
Oh no! It's like that one time when we were on vacation recently and we saw a t-shirt that had the sun with clouds in front of it and behind it. And I was like, oh god, we're all dead! It was going to rain tomorrow, but that water vapor has been thoroughly re-vaporized. It curls into the upper atmosphere. I do envy you, though, Ghost.
Why?
Because as terrible as things might be, at least you have eyes with which to pee.
Our choice at the beginning mattered.
Of course it did.
I can pee for you if you'd like.
The comet crashes to the surface in the distance. The light flares up brightly for just a moment, then burns out. Wait, what? A comet crashed into Earth?
Yeah, that's
world ending. We're all dead. That's extinction level event right there. Maybe it's more of like a
meteor.
Meteor, yeah.
We apparently had a meteor like last night or the night before that was visible from here, but nobody was expecting it, of course.
Yeah.
So I only found out about it after the fact from the internet when people were like, "What the fuck was that orange thing?"
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, you know what? We got to see the last eclipse, like right outside our front door. So I think on celestial events,
was cool.
In terms of celestial events, I think we're eating well this year.
Yeah.
Would you, Ghost, pee on my behalf, please?
Think about orb and pee.
It must be sad being so suddenly forced into consciousness. At least as a babe, you were innocent. You knew nothing. Even now, you know very little. Orb knows it all. And the more one knows about the world, the more the world hurts. The sky is empty now, but perhaps it's comforting to know that heaven, too, cries. It's getting cold, Ghost. Even I can tell that. We should go to bed before you freeze or catch your death of cold.
Betty buys.
Everyone says catch your death of cold.
If by everyone you mean Orb over and over and over again, Orb seems really worried about us specifically catching our death of cold.
I mean, it could happen.
It could.
Your eyelids grow heavy, weighed down by 6 actions worth of sleepy dust. The golden light calls for you. A warmth in your chest. Flames. Strength. Lust. Love. The one girl in the street who said she liked your tights. You were so surprised you accidentally ignored her. Never heard her voice again. Her smile. Her blush.
her lips. Dang, 3 for 3. And that's where we'll have to pick up next time. It was a little shorter, but
Yeah.
that's fine. We're doing it 1 day per sode, and that's just how we started it this way, and that's how we'll finish, baby.
1 day per day.
1 day per day. That's 2 days per week, as we all know.
Yeah.
1 day per day and 2 days per week. Bye.
Peace.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.